Here we are on the first day of the Confor Woodland Show, where I'm joined by Ollie of Vigilis Tree Shelters. Ollie, first and foremost, how does it feel to be at the show?
Morning, Jack. Lovely. It's exciting to be here for my first Confor and the first Confor as Vigilis Tree Shelters in our creation as the new business extracting from Shore Green. And as a business, we're really excited to see who comes along and talk to people and share our knowledge and experience within the industry.
So since we last spoke, which was at APF last year, as you mentioned, the company's gone out on its own. How's that been so far for you? How's the year gone?
So yeah, we created the new business at the start of the year, and it's been truthfully eye-opening in a positive manner. The business is going from strength to strength, and we're really excited where we want to go with the business and take the industry globally with a product which we feel the industry wants and needs to move away from plastic.
Yeah, and you mentioned the product. We've also got an example of it here. Tell me a bit about this. What is this I'm standing next to?
So you're standing next to the Vigilis Tree Shelter. So it is designed on the traditional plastic tree shelter. The difference is it is plastic free, soil biodegradable, and so you plant it, install it, and it biodegrades into the soils. And from here we've actually got a little bit of a demonstration of what the samples or the material looks like as it breaks down over a period of time. So you have a shelter at 0 years up to a 5-year mark. It's a bit more worn down, truthfully, because people have prodded it over the last few years. So, but it shows how the shelter on the external surface will start to break down. Sunlight breaks it down, and these small fragments then are eaten by the microbes in the soil over another 2-year period, or 1 to 2 year periods, for that true soil biodegradation, which is the most important part. To make it plastic free and leaving no toxins or micro wastes, plastic toxins, in the soil and in the environment.
Yeah, totally. I think that's really interesting. It's, I guess, a couple of questions people will always want to know. What are they made of, first and foremost?
So our Vigilis Bio are made of polymer derivatives of potatoes, wood and corn. So a nice simple understanding there. Obviously it's not like taking your potatoes from Tesco's and put them into a blender. We've partnered with a specialist bio and bioplastics. They specialise in producing biopolymers, so we've utilised their engineering brain and science background with our manufacturing background to make a lovely blend to be able to produce the Vigilis Bio.
Yeah, perfect. And then in terms of protection, you show us here the example here.
Yeah.
What's the protection like throughout this 5-year period?
In protection
from deer, from various other animals such as that.
Yeah, so it acts exactly like a traditional tree shelter. So it protects you from protects the tree from all your browsing animals, herbicides. So it does exactly what a traditional plastic tree shelter does. The only difference is you don't need to collect it.
Yeah. Okay, then, and I guess it's been good. No, we've hit a good spot here, haven't we? Next to Wood Miser. We'll put subtitles in what we need to do, but so in this time then, where have these shelters been getting used then? So since the company launched, what kind of what kind of woodlands have they been in? What kind of examples have you used?
So even though Vigilis as a company is only less than a year old, we've had these shelters in situ for 3 years, and then there were 6 years of R&D before that. So they've been used in new woodland creation, in agroforestry, to small council plots where with schools or along A roads. So it's a real multi-facet approach to where they can be utilised.
Are you noticing then when you speak to contractors, you speak to tree planters, that they're a bit more interested in products like this, that they're interested in turning away from the kind of traditional plastic?
Absolutely. Every project now, someone wants to hear about an alternative to plastic. We hear about in everyday life of removing single-use plastics, so it is on everyone's lips. If we go back 12 months to APF, it wasn't. That's really when I think the industry really seemed to ignite with talking about it. Before that, it was probably 0.25% of projects. Now it is. Everyone wants to know about it, the availability of products. There are some good products on the market, absolutely, which is great for the industry, and it helps that talking point to move away from polypropylene.
And I guess then in terms of the future for Vigilis, what does that have in store? Are you going to be looking to develop other products on top of the one you have? What's the plans?
Yes, so as a company we have a aim to only be supplying Vigilis Bio products by 2026. And that's not just our tree shelters, so that would be in our shrub shelter range, our hedging wrap line as well. So a full product offering to the forestry or landscaping community.
Well, it's going to be exciting to see how that grows, Ollie. Thank you very much for speaking to us, and I hope the show goes well.
Thank you very much, Tom.